Oh, of course, the second I hit go, my daughter FaceTimes me from upstairs. Children with technology. Welcome to, basically that's what we are, right? We are these humans who are actually young children in the cosmos. And we're learning to mature, we're learning to wake up, we're learning to use our technology, just like my young daughter upstairs learning to use her technology. We're gonna learn how to use the body technology today, so I want you guys to mirror me once you come in. I'm gonna check and just make sure our technology is working. I see Shirley and Ronnie, so I know we got people coming in. I don't see myself live yet, but I see Debbie here now, which is amazing. Welcome, Debbie. All right, please say hello once you get here. What we're doing is we're starting the process with just a little bit of tapping, a little bit of moving of the chi energy. Welcome, my visionaries who are coming in. We have some massive work to do. We're actually just beginning to move. Hi, Janice. We're moving chi energy in the body. Just gently moving it through the meridians. This is actually, and just follow me here. This is gonna help prepare your body. I'm just tapping down the upside of my arm and the underneath. Prepare the body, I'm gonna switch, to receive intelligence. This is ancient Tai Chi and Taoist wisdom. Easy enough for me to say. You can't do it wrong. There is no wrong Tai Chi, no bad Tai Chi. There is only Tai Chi or no Tai Chi. So what we're doing is we're getting the meridians moving in the body. All right, I want you to focus on the outside of the legs now. We're priming the body for a big day today. Tapping down the outside of the legs, around the top of the toes while we have everybody coming in. Come up through the inside of the thighs gently. Again, this is just preparing your bodies to receive intelligence today. So we are going to crunch time. We're going to make a quantum leap together this week. So now gently back up the body, softening into the chest. Lay the hands open on the lap. Nice deep breath in. Nice slow exhale. If you are looking for unprecedented clarity, if you're ready to tap energy, resources of peace, of creativity within yourself, because you know you have a huge galactic mission, or maybe you don't even know how big your galactic mission is. Well, I am going to break that down and invite you to see yourself through a new perspective, which truly will change everything in your life. Welcome to Merge with Master Intelligence. If you are like me, if you are a visionary, if you work at a very high level of consciousness, then your most valuable asset in your life is time. That's why we are going to stay on time today. I'm going to keep this very potent for you. And we are going to also, in essence, over the course of this week, what we're doing is we are learning to master the skills of time. And I'm going to use this word in a way that you may have heard it with a negative connotation before, but we're going to learn to manipulate time. And if that word triggers you, allow it to become neutral. Hey, Mommy's in the house. Good morning, Mama. Who wants the Jedi skills of learning to control time? If you want Jedi level skills, you got to do Jedi level work. You got to have a Jedi level of commitment. So I'm going to invite you, as we are coming together here in these opening ceremonies, make a big commitment to yourself, because there is a lot at stake here, okay? I'm going to reconnect you to a level of wisdom and intelligence that many of you have not experienced before. That is my intention for you, is that you experience an aspect of yourself that you have never experienced before. A new part of yourself that has wisdom to reveal to you that is pertinent to what you are experiencing right now. I'm going to drop wisdom today, a download that's going to allow you to see unseen solutions to any challenge that you are experiencing in your life. This is an instant reframe. Very, very high level skills. However, I'm gonna be honest with you. It requires a commitment and a dedication to cultivating the space within yourself so you can continue to access this point. I'm gonna show you how to access it, but the work isn't done. It's like you don't get fit in one day. You get fit by going to the gym, and you stay fit by continuing to go to the gym. So while I'm going to give you really profound tools this week, it's important that you commit. Commit now, because I promise your soul has brought you here for a reason that will unfold for you in a way that you have not put the puzzle pieces together quite this epically before, because that's my gift. It's my superpower. We're going to talk more about superpowers. Your superpowers are going to be uncovered this week. You're going to learn to cultivate them in a way that you've never used them before, I promise you. But you've got to commit to the work to get these levels of results. Okay, so again, what I'm going to talk to you about today is I'm going to give you that mental reframe that you need so you can find any solution. Visionaries still have challenges. You have fear in your life, you have challenges. You know why? Because collectively we have them, and as visionaries, as leaders, we are using our own microcosm to transmute this energy. So of course you have them. If you are a visionary or a thought leader and you say that you do not have fear or you do not have challenges, I'm going to call bullshit on that. What happened to you is that perhaps you bypass them, and they're so subtle at this point that you don't even realize they're perhaps more dangerous to you because you don't realize them. The truth of the matter is that we're always going to have fear and challenges. You know why? Because fear and potential are the exact same energy, and potential is never going to go away. So our ability to work with these energies changes. Your skill level gets cultivated, and yes, you can learn to move with ease through any challenge of your life. That's why you're here. I'm going to give you that download after I finish preaching. We get to that part over here. Yes, I've got my notes here. I always have notes. I don't try to hide them like back in my Hollywood days. I tell you where you have to, back on the set of the soaps, we'd hide our script in the drawer. I don't know, you can't see my hand over here. I'm miming for you. Like I'm pulling open the drawer and peeking at my script. I just hold it. I am going to get to that for you. But I got to tell you why this is so important first. We're in a time of epic shift and change here on the planet. The great change is upon us. Visionaries and thought leaders are all being called to the forefront to reimagine, to reinvent what a new society looks like. It is absolutely clear. If you're catching this, if you're catching what I'm throwing down, give me some hearts, some love, some like across the screen, okay? It has become very evident, very apparent that the old systems and structures are not working. You are a vision keeper. You hold a code within you. By the end of the week, we are going to have it fully unraveled. You hold a code within you, unlocked by your imagination, that will give the blueprints, the templates of the new structures that we need based on your area of genius, your superpower. This epic change does not happen without you. Let me say, actually, it does happen without you. There's just a different outcome. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for feeling me, Mel. I hear you, Jamie. All right, so when we are on a rapidly changing landscape where old structures are breaking down and we need to call in new structures, you need skills of foresight and vision. These are extrasensory skills. I find the biggest challenge, Nancy's in the house. The biggest challenges that visionaries face are, one, they're so powerful. Finding truly a sacred container that's powerful enough to hold your energy so that you can cultivate a higher level of genius can be difficult to do. One of my areas of expertise, because I love to learn, is I also love to create a powerful container, a magical, a quantum container for others to learn as well. And it's not about me teaching you, it's about me tapping you into the part of you that knows how to learn and extract information at a moment's notice, because you have work to do here on the planet. It depends. The outcome depends on whether you show up to your own life. All right? All right, so we talked a little bit about how we're all still experiencing fear. Are you with me? Even my visionaries, even my thought leaders, they're still experiencing fear. Here's the other challenge that I find. One, because there aren't that fantastic containers for very high level people, We come up with coping mechanisms. And you know what my high level people do? Because I do it too, we bypass. We do something called spiritual bypassing, energetic bypassing, where we skirt around an issue. And I'm going to tell you why that is incredibly dangerous. Because there are light codes coming in the planet right now. We are moving through a time in the I'm gonna call it the history, but I'm talking about like the epic timeline of humanity, the history forward, where cosmically we're being bombarded by energy that we cannot escape that is causing this wake up. So you're not going to get around it. You're expanding rapidly. You have the choice as a high level alchemist who has the ability to manipulate time, space, reality. You can bypass your deepest issues, your deepest trauma. But you don't want to do that right now because we're up-leveling so tremendously. The impact of that karmic lesson, the lesson that you haven't fully learned, that you have stuffed, grows with you. It's why it's so important. It's part of why I created this process is because I experienced that, and I want to share with my visionaries, my thought leaders out there, the tricks, the areas where you need to eliminate blind spots so that you can timeline crunch, okay? Controlling time and timeline crunching and jumping through portals of space-time and folding space-time in half so you can emerge in another dimension is all very fun, epic, galactic, starshitty, say that in the best way, kind of thing. I love it too. I love the epic story, but we have to figure out, what does this mean in our real life? Again, it's an area where my gifting comes in because I can take this big picture and break it down and show you the microcosm of how you need to show up. Because as above, so below. We're going to talk more about the 7 hermetic principles of power, but that is one of them. And I have a workbook coming up for you, and I actually compiled all 7 hermetic principles. We're not going to have time to dive deep into the 7 hermetic principles of power, but we're going to talk about some of them over the course of this weekend. That shit is so freaking cool. I love it. All right, sorry, Mom, are you still here? Let me just clean out my dirty mouth so we can keep going. All right, so what we're going to talk about again is I'm going to drop that mental reframe for you right now. This Akashic download that I've been baiting you with, that I've been telling you is coming. I'm going to drop it for you. Here's the framework that I want to put it in. We're going to examine the perspective of separation versus the perspective of unity, because this is where the breakdown happens. Okay? So when we get stuck in our limitations, in our challenges, here's what has happened. You are observing yourself from a state of separation. You are not seeing yourself as God. You are seeing yourself as this human who has these problems or is experiencing these problems. And you're looking to the God force, where are you? To bring you the solutions to these problems. Now, here is the higher truth, and that is, you are the God energy. You are master intelligence incarnate. You remembering it is the awareness that it takes to trigger the turning on of that epigenetic coding within your being. And what you begin to realize from a state of unity, when you don't separate yourself from God, when you realize that you are God and that you are intelligence here, that just your presence and awareness is here to illuminate the answer, which is already within the question. Because the entirety of everything, when you're coming from a state of unity, the problem and the solution exist together. When you have an awareness that you are God intelligence, master intelligence incarnate, and you are coming to simply observe and be aware of the problem so that you can illuminate it and invite the solution, how easy is that? Because the solution is already there. You see the difference? Am I making sense? Let me know if this is making sense, if this is dropping for you guys. It's the perspective of unity, of separation versus unity. All you need to do is realize that you are God intelligence incarnate. Your presence illuminates the solution, and just that knowing will invite it forward and you will experience it. Can I get an amen up in here? Okay? Let's go back to that little tapping on the chest. I want you, okay, we only got a few minutes left. Not really any, if I'm on time. Tapping on the chest, you feel it? Slow yourself down. Listen to your breath. Here it is. You inhale and exhale. The Akashic Records, master intelligence, it exists within you. It exists all around you. It exists in 7th, 8th dimension space-time. I want you to be able to locate it and turn it on so you have instant access at all times. And the more you do this practice, the more time you spend here, the better you're going to get it going inward. Okay, gently stop the tapping. Feel where the fingers are touching the heart space and just take a breath in. Again, listening to your breath. And as you exhale, setting an intention to find the deepest, wisest, most intelligent part of you, okay? Letting that part of you come to the surface. And notice the first thing that pops into your mind when I ask, where are you still playing small? Because you don't know the answer to your challenges. Because you've bypassed. Whatever's coming up for you, trust that first thing that's coming up for you. Make a note of it, okay? A little later on today, we're going to email out not only the replay of today, but also worksheets. Okay, I'm going to grab my worksheets here for you. These worksheets, this entire workbook, don't do the whole workbook. Do the first exercise, okay? There's going to be a cover page. This workbook, including the sacred geometry on this workbook, has been specifically downloaded from your Akashic Records to be an advanced level activation. If you don't do the work, you don't get the win. You do not get the activation. So do the work, okay? We're gonna do just day 1, page 1. Whatever came forward for you here as we were doing this last bit of tapping and breathing and checking in. Whatever challenge came forward for you, wherever that area is where you're playing small, I want you to continue to dive in and look inward. Invite the divine feminine forward. This is where your inner wisdom, your ability to connect with your intuition, which is a skill that you need, is going to drastically up level as you invite space for reflection, because reflection allows you access to hidden wisdom. I promise you, by the end of question 4, you will know something about yourself. You will see yourself in a way that you have never seen yourself before. So, where am I still playing small? What price am I paying for playing small? What price is my family paying for me playing small? And what price does the planet pay for me playing small? Only page 1 is what I want to invite you to finish for tomorrow, okay? Here's another part of committing and leaning in. Let me have eyes on your work. I'll give you feedback. Snap a picture, post it in the comments here underneath this video. I also want to take time to answer your questions. Not here live, because I promised to stay within 15 minutes, and I'm already almost 5 over, okay? Ask me questions. Let me know what landed today. Let me know what you're going to take away from this experience. Let me see you. Let me witness you. Let me hold you in a space of support, because that is also a huge part of this work. For you to get the most out of this, I'm going to invite you to be seen and invite you to open your mind and your heart for the magic that is going to transpire this week. By the way, 80% of the work, I know that there were some bombs dropped in here today and you guys are receiving this. I see your feedback. Thank you for that. Kelly says, where do we get the workbook? I'm going to email it out to you, Kelly. Later on today, my team will email it out and we'll post it here for you too. Yep, that's right. You got to do the work. I was going to say something else and I forgot it now. Oh, I remembered it because it's important. Thank you. There have been some zingers some powerful shifts, some reframes already happening today. 80% of the work, the expansion, the spaciousness, the breakthrough that you're going to experience is going to happen after we hang up here together, after this session is over, as you continue to think, to process, to allow this new intelligence that has dropped into your field to ping around inside of you today. All right? I love you all. I'm looking forward to your questions. I'm looking forward to giving you feedback on your workbooks once they come out. And I'll see you guys back here again tomorrow.